We are very happy to be here. We hope to have put together a presentation that will help Parliament understand the work we do, primarily for our patients, and the challenges that we face. Giselle Codrington, as requested, is the coordinator for our day treatment facility. She has the daunting job of re-socializing patients back into the community. Mental health primarily strives to keep people in society as much and as long as possible. It is not always an easy task, but they are doing a tremendous job. She can answer questions herself after the presentation regarding, if you have specific questions regarding that. Cyril Brooks, he is fairly new in our organization, 6 months, I believe. He is my assistant. I really needed some help after Irma, considering the fact that we had a lot of repairs to do, damages to fix, etc., but also documentation coming and going that is often time consuming, as you will probably see today. He's getting to understand healthcare on St. Martin. I think Dr. Marcelina will confirm that the way healthcare in general is set up on St. Martin, it is fairly complex. It is a small island, but the way we are financed today, the way it is organized, is very complex. It is not an easy task. If there are no further questions, I would like to go to the presentation. I assume that that is the intention, right? Mental Health Foundation has a website. So if there is any information throughout the year that you want, we usually post as much as possible our social year report, the things that we are doing annually. We also have a Facebook page that is updated more often, I believe. In this presentation, I've divided it in 4 sections. For those who do not know how we commenced with mental health, I will briefly inform you of the establishment from 2001 till present. Then the current situation, I believe that is the most important part. What after that are our urgent needs. As the President has mentioned, the increase in care and the financing options for mental health. I think without money, there is very little we can do to increase the care that we are providing. So that is also, I think, important for you guys to know. The next slide. Okay, in 2001, government founded the foundation. Mental health is a government foundation. The first board was nominated for 1 year, and they designed a business plan to start mental health on St. Martin. In the follow-up years, the new board had the task to implement. But what was the problem? Why did it take 5 years, you might ask? Is that the business plan originally designed was of shocking cost to everybody, and nobody knew how it would be financed. So they redesigned, and it took them a while to come to an agreement how to commence with mental health. In 2006, government, I hope that's not too small, government decided to provide a startup subsidy. In 2007, in January, we officially started with an administration, a clinic, a payroll, etc., paying taxes, everything you have to do as a foundation. We started with 1 director. At that time, that was myself. I have been in Parliament before presenting the work we are doing, a part-time administrator, a nurse, and a part-time psychiatrist. That psychiatrist was at that time located in Curacao. She would fly in twice a month to tend to the patients. The nurse would go out or would receive patients at the clinic, list all their needs, do an intake, so that when the psychiatrist came, she could tend to as much people as possible. In that same year, what we had to do was apply for subsidy, for continuation, we had to receive a care contract with SVB, sorry, at that time in Curacao, BZV, other private insurances. And the services that we provided with that income was a clinic, crisis intervention, and ambulant care. Crisis intervention at that time, we could not admit patients, so we worked together with the police. The patients would go to the police station, be sedated, and flown to Curacao, to Capriles Clinic for further treatment, and then would return after that. From 2000 to 2010, we occupied 2 buildings on the L.B. Scott Road. This is one of them. And we expanded to a day treatment center that we still have today, and information and prevention. Of course, stigma in mental health care is an ongoing problem. And one of the care products that was established in the Articles of Incorporation was information and prevention. That product we still have, until in 2010 when we purchased the Sylvia Hotel in Cahill. In 2011, we managed to open it, and we added admission and a crisis facility to our care. So till present, mental health has 7 care products for psychiatric patients. And the current situation: who does the work, the quality care, and the reporting of health of our care products.
Tell them, connecting you.
GEBE has been faithfully serving the communities of St. Martin, powering your home and our economy. Come rain or shine, our qualified team of professionals are working hard 24 hours a day to provide you and your family with safe, reliable electricity and water. We use the latest technologies and test our products daily to maintain the highest international standards. Our friendly staff is always there to assist you, whether in person, over the phone, or online. We are committed to constantly improving our products and services, making them more efficient, effective, and environmentally friendly to serve you better today and our next generation of clients tomorrow. GEBE, powering a brighter future.
Our friend Megawati is here with tips to save you energy. 1. Turn your airco temperature up. 2. Use a ceiling fan instead. 3. Buy energy-saving products. Save some green with NVGEBE.
Friday, October 5th, is celebrated worldwide as International Teachers' Day. I hope that our teachers are enjoying their midterm break this week, and that they will be showered with good wishes and tokens of appreciation from their students and from the community. The Department of Education will be hosting an event to celebrate and honor our teachers later during this month. On behalf of the entire Ministry of Education, Culture, Youth, and Sport, I thank you, teachers, for all the work that you have done. You have answered a call to a most noble profession. As you continue to serve as parent, counselor, nurse, mentor, cheerleader, mediator, handwriting expert, organizer, fundraiser, and the list goes on and on, we thank you, teachers, for the personal sacrifices that you make to build the next generation of leaders. You are the builders of the country's future. Your impact goes beyond your classroom and touches the society and ultimately the universe. Teachers, we salute you. Yesterday, I signed the Memorandum of Understanding with the University of Curaçao for the immediate commencement of the law program on St. Martin via the University of St. Martin. This was possible because the Council of Ministers approved the program and the Minister of Finance signed to the release of 1 million guilders for the program's funding. The classes will be streamlined live from Curaçao to students in St. Martin, and some classes will also be pre-recorded and sent to students here as well. In some cases, the professors will travel to St. Martin to give classes in person and work with local students when they have specific assignments. The law program will last 4 to 5 years at the cost of $3,000 per year for each student. And the commencement of this law program through the University of St. Martin meets a target under the governing program 2018-2022, in which USM becomes the nucleus for national and international development. The Student Support Services Division will be hosting a workshop entitled My PBL, or PBL, PKL, PKL, and TKL, TKL education, and beyond. This workshop is geared towards helping our students understand what opportunities they have after completing vocational secondary education and training on St. Martin. In case you're wondering what these abbreviations mean, let me explain. They are abbreviations of Dutch words that are used to describe various pathways or educational routes in vocational education and training. And it is amazing to see how easily English-speaking students and parents and teachers utilize the Dutch pronunciation when making reference to these various pathways. Just for your information, the PBL, Praktische Basis Leerweg, means Basic Vocational Pathway. The PKL means Praktische Kader Leerweg, Practical Vocational Pathway. And the TKL, Theoretische Kader Leerweg, Theoretical Vocational Pathway. This workshop that's going to be given is a free workshop, and it will be held on October 4th, 2018 at the Student Support Services Division from 5:15 p.m. to 6:45 p.m. For many students or graduates of the VSBO or PSVE, meaning Preparatory Secondary Vocational Education, and the various pathways, PBL, PKL, and TKL, the question of what is next after their education often poses a challenge. With this workshop, the Student Support Services Division is aiming to show these students that there are many study and educational opportunities for them after they complete their particular form of secondary vocational education and training. This workshop is open to students in the last 2 years of the PBL, PKL, and TKL, or to students who recently graduated from any one of these pathways. The Student Support Services Division office is located in the Amigo building across from the police station next to the Windward Islands Bank. The Student Support Services Division also postponed the Return to Happiness Facilitators training to allow more persons in the community who are interested in volunteering to register for this training. Return to Happiness is a psychosocial recovery program for children who have experienced natural disasters, conflicts, or violence, where children are usually most affected. The goal of the Return to Happiness program is to create such opportunities for children ages 5 to 12 who have experienced a natural or man-made disaster to enable them to process these experiences through a series of guided play activities for the purpose of reducing their post-disaster anxieties and to help them to reestablish their sense of joy, happiness, security, and confidence in adult protection. Persons interested in volunteering as a facilitator for the Return to Happiness program should contact the Student Support Services Division at 543-123-5 for an application package.
Hey ma, how you doing? You busy?
I hear, just paying some bills, taking care of business, you know what it is?
I know, you're doing your online banking.
I don't have to stand in those long lines to pay bills. I can transfer when I want. I can check my account wherever. It's like the bank open 24/7. I even here checking the statement right now as we're talking. How's Miami?
Well, that's why I'm calling. I'm finishing up a few songs now, but I'm afraid that studio time might be more than I thought. And I was wondering if I could get some help with some funds, and I could pay you back as soon as I get back to St. Martin.
Let me check my account. How much you need?
I think 500 should be enough.
I can transfer it to you while online. Direct from me to you. No problem.
Great. Thank you so much, Ma. I'll get online with Bib now.
Alright, darling. You know who you're for?
I need to know who you're for.
Contact WIB today for your complete personal online banking experience. Available for all mobile devices. The Wynwood Islands Bank, now your online banking partner in progress.
Hi, what's up, St. Martin? My name is Rene Leverett, and I play baseball. And I have represented St. Martin in numerous international tournaments and professionally around the world. Sports matters to me because it reveals and develops character. So I challenge the business community to step up for sports and help us rebuild and repair our facilities. I also ask the community to nominate local businesses in your area to take the challenge and step up for sports. Because hashtag sports matters, hashtag are you in?
1,
2,
3,
4. This is how common it is to develop a mental illness. 1 out of every 4.
4,
4.
4. But there is hope. Today, most mental illnesses can be managed and treated. Visit your general doctor if you feel concerned about your thoughts and behaviors or have some difficulty dealing with some of life's issues.
If you have been diagnosed and are suffering from a mental illness, keep in mind these 4 points to help you manage your mental health.
1. Get regular checkups with your general doctor.
2. Stay on your treatment plan to prevent relapses.
3. Find a strong support group in your family and friends.
And 4. Never be afraid to ask for help and look out for the warning signs of your illness.
Remember, you are not alone. We are as close as one.
2,
3,
4.
Learn about mental health illness by going to the Mental Health Foundation's website at www.mhf-sxm.com.
It's been said that behind every door, possibility awaits. How much possibility depends on which door you open first. Every day, we help our customers discover the possibilities in their lives. It all starts with a conversation. Scotiabank. Discover what's possible.
First of all, I can inform the public at large that the 2019 budget is ready to be presented to the Council of Ministers, which will happen tomorrow. So we are on track with that. Then secondly, when I took up office as the Minister of Finance, I announced that I would present country St. Maarten with a financial recovery plan for St. Maarten. I can also announce you that that recovery plan has been completed and it's ready to be discussed also in the Council of Ministers. Then it is the idea that by next week this plan will be shared and delivered to the various stakeholders and shared with the community. The recovery plan forms also part of the discussions that will take place later this month in The Hague, because, of course, the Netherlands continues to be an intrinsic part of the process in getting our financial household and financial management in good order. However, I need to also mention that the first responsibility to do this lies with us. And the recovery plan also mentions that and gives us indications how we need to proceed where that is concerned, to pick up our own responsibility and to make sure that in the coming years we are moving forward to a sound financial system for our country. And then lastly, the recovery plan will also be available on the newly to be launched Facebook page of the Ministry of Finance. Hopefully that will be done by the end of this week on Friday. But we will send out a notice when it's on air.
Budget 2019, what are some of the major points, especially with the recovery plan for St. Maarten?
Thank you, Mr. Dick, for that question. There's a lot of major points, but what becomes very clear in the 2019 budget, it is a continuation or an addition to Budget Amendment 2018, the second Budget Amendment 2018, which is being handled as we speak. The major focal point on that is that we should be able to initiate the projects that need to be done. That means that the capital investment, the capital expenditures part of the budget is one of the most important parts of it, because that would allow us to attract loans, contract loans, to be able to help and solve issues like the dump and other major projects that we need to do right now. So the 2019 will follow up on that, and of course, other parts it is mostly on the recovery end of it. It's mostly on the recovery end, and I've tried to make or facilitate my fellow ministers, and the ministries to be able to do what they need to do in the coming fiscal year.